Hey guys, and welcome back to another Persona 5 discussion video, and today we're going to be discussing how I was horribly wrong. In my last video, I talked about how we shouldn't expect anything too insane from Atlus during the Persona Live Super Bomb because the company is busy. You know, their staff is running a little thin. Guess who was wrong, and guess who's not even mad about it? Guys, 3 brand new Persona titles are slated for 2018. In Japan, which means probably a little bit later for us, but still, this is insane news. 2 spin-offs of Persona 4 Dancing All Night, Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight, and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night. Words cannot even describe how insane this is. And the 3rd announcement, Persona Q2, which we'll be talking about more in depth a little bit later. But for right now, the 2 promotional videos that Atlus released on their YouTube channel showing off the gameplay of these new games. Words cannot even describe how happy I am to see this cast of Persona 3 and goddamn 1080p. I think this needs to be talked about. I know you guys probably fully understand, Persona 4. That's when a lot of people got into the series, and even more people understand Persona 5 and, kind of get what that's all about. But you don't understand how dire of a fan I am of Persona 3. It was my introduction into the series, and seeing these characters in 1080p busting a move, words cannot even describe how big a Persona 3 fanboy I am. It was my introduction to the series of Persona, and just goddamn, this trailer knocked it out of the park. Polonium Mall looks insane. Aigis, just Junpei's smile. Yukari's doing this JoJo thing. I don't know what's up with that, but god dang it, I love it. The soundtrack for Persona 3 is still my favorite out of any Atlus game ever. So you better believe I'm excited for a remix of this. But the main appeal here is Persona 5 Dancing Star Night. And honestly, I don't know which one I'm more excited for. In the short trailer, we see the main character, An, Ryuji, and Makoto all jamming out in Shibuya and Kamoshida's castle. Is that cognitive Shibuya and everyone's not looking at these insane dance moves from Ryuji? You gotta be kidding me. The songs here will be playing pretty much throughout the video. There's only short samples available at the moment, but God, I just gotta say, the games look absolutely phenomenal, and they're only going to look better. This is just the first PV of what I assume there's gonna be many more, so I'm pumped about this. But that's not the only thing that was shown off during this major event. The biggest appeal was this locked chest that apparently they'd open up at the end of the Super Bomb, and yeah, Persona Q2 is a thing. Now let's just discuss this a little bit, because I just gotta calm down after seeing the main character of Persona 3 again after so many goddamn years. We currently have very little information about this game, other than that, well, we can speculate the Etrian Odyssey artist will most likely be reprising his role as the lead artist for this game, instead of Soejima, and that it will be on the Nintendo 3DS. And, apparently its name will not be Persona Q2. Yeah, this is apparently a tentative name, which begs the question, how similar will it be to the first one? The answer is we don't stinking know right now. So, for right now, let's just take this little image of the main character who's been sort of Persona Q-ified and just tuck that away for a bit, because chances are this game is so early in development, we're not going to really hear a lot about it for, I don't know, a couple months actually. I'd wager like maybe 3+, but the second we do, I'm going to jump on that. But back to the dancing games. So a lot of people may be kind of bummed out, like, oh, I want a Persona 5 arena. God, I wanted something that wasn't a spin-off. Where's Persona 5 Unchained? You got to understand, Atlus and Sega are now, part of the same family. Well, technically Sega owns Atlus, so I get, not really a family, but you know what I mean. So it's perfectly logical that the developers of the Hatsune Miku games are going to be all over this new game, because, hey, they have experience making this. And that's the one thing I didn't really think about in my original video, which I keep bringing up because I like apparently proving to myself that I was wrong and bringing it up all the time, but this game reeks of Sega influence, which sounds like a bad thing, but it actually isn't. From a business perspective, Sega is doing something very smart and supplying Atlus with the staff and the funds to make these spin-off games as quickly as they want. And I think that's truly a great thing, because, as I said prior, Persona fans in Japan have had the game since September, sure. even for myself, I'm still clearing through the game for my playthrough, but over in Japan, they've had the game for quite a bit, so they already want more content and more spin-offs and to continue the story of the base game. So I know there are some worried that, oh, this spin-off is coming out too quickly, it's going to stink. I do not think that at all. Now, I was a major fan of Dancing All Night. I played it a lot. Like a lot. Every single flight, I was just playing Dancing All Night because it was a very well-made rhythm game. And I know rhythm games aren't for everybody, and that's okay. But god dang, you just got to understand. These visuals on PS4, they even put the base Persona game to shame. I mean, just look at the main character. They can't even compare, dude. Understandably so, but that's all I'm trying to say. Now, currently, information about these 3 games is incredibly scarce. So scarce, in fact, we barely know anything. The only thing that we do know is the information that is displayed in the trailer, and that Kazuhisa Wada, which was the head director of the Persona 4 Arena games and worked in the past on Raido 2, Catherine, Persona 3, Persona 4, and is now the head director of the Persona staff. He's going to be heading this project, and Soejima is going to be doing the art, and I gotta say, oh boy, he's doing a good job. Like, I was really afraid he wouldn't be back for this game because he's kind of busy with Re-Fantasy, but man, the Persona 3 hero in those shoes, dude, they're so cool. But in place of news, that's where I come along with my opinions and speculation about these games. Now, it has not been confirmed as of recording of this video if these games will be canon, but I do not see a reason why not to make them canon. Now, some people would argue, okay, it made sense for Persona 4's dancing to be canon, right? Rise is a pop star. It's understandable that, eventually they'd, go down that path where we gotta fight the shadows with dancing. But with Persona 3, where the main characters are fighting against death, literally, it's kind of hard to justify a dancing game, but hey, shut up, just don't think about it. I know that's a really poor defense, but I don't see any harm in having a dancing game, even about such a serious game like Persona 3, because at the end of the day, it's just a game, and I don't know if it's going to have an in-depth story or, like, change the events of the game or retcon anything. I don't think Atlus would do that because Persona 3 is like their, child, and they really, really like it. They don't, okay, the answer didn't happen, shut up. Usually, they do not do something stupid with Persona 3. In fact, they don't do stupid things ever, because it's Atlus. So, I have full confidence that the Persona 3 spinoff is gonna be ace. I at least hope so. As for the Persona 5 spinoff, I'm pretty sure it's gonna continue after the events of Persona 5. That would make sense. I could see that, Main characters come back. Oh yeah, I forgot my shoes. Oh wait, now we're in a dancing metaverse. Whoa! I don't even care. I'd play that because at the end of the day, a lot of people give the Persona spin-offs a lot of hate, and I think it's relatively unjustified. Sure, the rookie, scenario planners and writers and designers and all that stuff were working on those games, while the veterans were working on Persona 5, understandably. But at the same time, they're not the worst games ever made. I know there's a lot of criticism for Persona Q, and when people heard Persona Q2 is coming out, they're like, ugh, dude, I don't want to do this again. And I'll even admit, some of the parts of that game did drag on, but you gotta understand, it's been a while since we've actually had those games, and I'm sure the developers realize their mistakes, take the criticism very seriously, and are working their hardest to create an experience that'll make every fan happy, or at least try to. And you gotta understand, I really liked Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and it was a shame it was only on the Vita, so not a lot of people could play it, but god dang, that is actually a really solid game. Sure, it doesn't have a million features, and the song list isn't gigantic because it only took from, the songs in Persona 4, but still, man, it is a definitively good experience in my eyes. Now, I'm no rhythm game expert, but I really like this direction they're going down. By having a Persona 3 game and a Persona 5 game, I think that's actually pretty efficient because the resources are probably most likely going to be the same. It's like making a Pokemon game, except now we have Persona 3 version and Persona 4. Wait, they are literally just Pokemon. Oh my god. Persona 3 Moon Knight version and Persona 5 Star Knight. That's kind of cool. I like it. They're even blue and red. That's neat. But back on topic. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm really pumped about this, incredibly optimistic, because love it or hate it, Persona 4 Dancing All Night actually had a pretty enjoyable story whether you were, really invested in it or laughing at it, at least it was something interesting for us to enjoy. And I think this is really smart on Atlus's side, just to, hey, we're making these games, they're gonna be dope. And just, god dang, Persona 4 Dancing All Night cannot even compare to these new animations and new visuals. Like, holy crud, like, it just honestly blows my mind. If you put, like, them next to each other, it's just kind of sad, actually, but let me know what you guys think. I wish there was a lot more to talk about other than the fact that the director will be a part of this game, but currently, that's all we know. Persona Q2, though, I do want to have a video talking a little more in-depth about what I would like for that game to do differently than its predecessor and what it might actually end up being and, my theories on that. But all in all, holy crud. The Persona 5 animation, 2018. Persona 3, Dancing Moon Knight. Persona 5, Dancing Star Knight, also spring of 2018. And Persona Q2 on the 3DS. God dang. I'm pumped for that, man, and I hope you guys are too. Sorry about getting this one a little bit late, guys. I had to just travel halfway across my state. I'm currently in a hotel. Hope my neighbors did not mind me commentating this video. I don't even think they do, but hey, hope they like Persona. But if there's any new information about these titles, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I will just be talking about it nonstop. I'm just so happy to already just have new Persona games coming out. I don't mind the milking at all. I think it's a smart business strategy. I know I want to play this. I hope you guys do too, and plan to buy it. It's on PS4 now, so even if you don't have a Vita, hey, you can play your dancing game. It's gonna be a blast, y'all. Anyways, see you guys next time with more Persona videos. Bye.